In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a YouTube system, or garden as I like to call it, that works 24/7, that gets new leads finding you and books calls for you in 2025. And the reason why this works is not because, oh, I have some secret sauce or I'm this guru or anything. It works because this is how YouTube works. Primarily, YouTube works in two ways. People go to YouTube to search for problems that they have and they find videos. And secondly, people come on the explore page or the home page on YouTube and they find videos that are similar to what they've searched for in the past. That is how YouTube works. And all this system does, all the garden system does, is make videos exactly for that. Now I'm going to go into every single detail that you need to know to achieve this effect. We're going to break down the exact funnel that you need to book calls from YouTube directly. We're also going to go over the type of videos to make that attracts your ideal clients, the step-by-step process to making a banger YouTube video, that's from the ideation to the research to the design to the packaging to the editing to the actual filming to posting, the SEO, the analytics, everything we're going to cover in this video. And then I'm going to give you action steps that you can take to start making that YouTube channel that books you calls, that prints money for you automatically in 2025. Now, before we start, I just want to go over who this is going to work for, who this is best for, right? This is best for coaches, consultants, people who have an online high ticket program. And the second type of people are agencies and service providers. So think lead gen agency, email marketing agency, content agency, AI agency, video scripting agency, YouTube agency. If you provide a particular type of service, this strategy is the best for you in 2025. Now, if this is not you, that doesn't mean this garden strategy won't work for you. It just means it's not the best for your particular situation. But if you are part of the people that I mentioned, then lock in, because I'm going to show you exactly how to build a YouTube garden that books calls for you and gets new leads coming in. So if you're wondering why the hell do I call it a YouTube garden, it's because we can use the little butterfly analogy, and everyone knows the famous saying, don't chase the butterfly, build a beautiful garden so you can have butterflies come to you instead. I think that's how it goes, right? And why is this relevant? Because most coaches or agencies focus on short form content. And I promise you, short form content is it's not low leverage. I'm not going to say it's low leverage, it's important. But the views that you get from there are so low intent. The whole concept is so fake and so performative. It's like, here's 3 ways. Like, they try to chase their so-called ICP, their butterfly in this situation, with hooks and fancy editing and, visual hooks and setting up your camera this way and different filming angles. And it's like, I am a grown ass man, bro. I'm not trying to do all that just to get clients. I'm not trying to do all that, right? And you don't need to do all that. You don't need to be that performative type of person, because at the end, you need to do that. You need to be that performative person for so long to even see results, right? And I think that it's just chasing the butterfly. When you can build that beautiful garden, you can build that beautiful garden, camp out where your ICP is going to come, and just wait for the butterflies to come. I think that's just the better strategy. If you think otherwise, then maybe we disagree, all right? And by the way, I used to be the short form type of guy. I even privated some of my videos on YouTube where I talk about short form stuff. I used to be this guy who's all about hooks and this and that. And I realized it's just so low leverage relative to YouTube, right? That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying about the short form stuff is relative to YouTube, it's so low leverage, because with the YouTube garden, you attract them. They come to you because you're camping out where you know they're going to be. And why should you use the YouTube garden? Because one, you can combat the trust recession. And the trust recession is basically in 2025, with info being everywhere, with everyone being scammed and people being taken advantage of, really. Trust is at an all-time low. And if you know anything about marketing, if you know anything about sales, you know that trust is the most important content, is the most important thing to get a sale, right? And the number one way to build trust online is by people spending time with you, people building parasocial relationships with you. I remember I used to work for sales in this content agency, right? And they would have people coming in. I used to do sales. They had no social media. They were they were a social media agency, but their social media was trash, basically. No one knew who was at the back of the agency. So these people would come on, and you would be the only reason we were able to get sales is because we had crazy client results, right? That was the only reason we were able to get sales. But other than that, there was no trust. These people were so many objections, right? Because everyone's been scammed before. Everyone's heard the same objection. Everyone's heard the same, oh, we're going to work for you for free until you reach this certain result. If you don't get to 10K a month after 6 months, I'm going to pay you your money back. I'm even going to give you 5K on top of that. Everyone's heard the same risk reversals and all that. It doesn't work anymore. So the only way to combat that is through building trust, right? And I also explained the reason why this works is not because it's called a garden or because of anything. It's because we're using the YouTube algorithm exactly how it works. We're camping out where people are going to be, because these people are going to have problems. And we're also making videos that they are interested in, that they will click to choose, right? As I explained before, it has better ROI than short form. And when you do this, outreach and appointment setting just gets 10 times better. So if you're doing outreach, you're an agency, right? People can go, when you send someone a message, they can go to your YouTube and see the amount of value you've provided. And same thing with appointment setting, right? When you're talking to leads in the DMs, right, and you find someone who's disqualified, you don't want to throw them away right away, right? Or if someone is close to being qualified but not there, you don't want to just get rid of them. You want to send them back into your ecosystem, back into your garden. So if you have these sales assets already on YouTube, you can just send it to them. They're going to go there. They're going to get more and more nurtured, more and more convinced that you are the main guy, and they just stay in your garden. They don't leave, right? Sales calls are better, as I said, because people trust you more. And believe it or not, but your Instagram works better because now you have resources to actually send to people. You have more social proof. You have longer form nurturing content than just a 60-second reel, right? And the best part really is that it is evergreen and it works 24/7. So what I mean by evergreen is that a video you make today could still be getting views from your ICP 1 year down the line if you do it right. So this is what the funnel looks like. The goal of top of funnel is to get eyeballs. I already told you. Now, so some of these videos are going to be here for people to find you. Remember when I said we're going to camp out where these people are going to be? Now, why is a full guide really good? Let me explain this to you. If someone, let's say you were an email marketing agency, if someone wants to start doing email marketing, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go to YouTube and say, how to start email marketing in 2025, how to get clients from email marketing in 2025. That is exactly what these people are searching for because they need help. Guess who's going to be there with their garden already built out? You, if you make the right type of videos. This is another example. This guy is a YouTube script writing coach or agency, right? And he made this video. His channel was really small, right? At the time he made this video, it's probably at 1K, 2K subs, right? But he made this video and he camped out where his ideal people were gonna be. That's people interested in YouTube, interested in making better scripts. He camped out where they were gonna be, and look how many videos he's got in the last year, right? And this video alone, as he said, has made him over 300K, I think, right? If I remember correctly. So these are the type of videos you want to make. Full course, full guide videos. Why? Because they're camping out where these people are going to be, waiting for them when they are at their highest intent. And you're just serving them tons of sauce. And no one watches this video unless they're interested in script writing. And no one finishes it to the end without seeing this guy as the absolute GOAT of script writing. That's the goal of these type of videos. And they're top of funnel. And they're going to get people coming back watching your other middle of funnel and bottom of funnel videos, right? Secondly, software videos, right? So why this works is that if someone is interested in your service, they're also interested in the other things around your service. I know that sounded really dumb. Let me break that down to you, right? If someone is an online coach, they're probably interested in a CRM. They're probably interested in Go High Level or Kajabi or the other CRMs, or they're interested in like payment processors. So if you are someone who coaches, you're like Scam Millsap, what you're going to do is make software videos around the softwares that these people use, because once they have questions, what are they going to do? They're going to go to YouTube, and who's going to be waiting there camping out for, I think that's the neighbors, man. I live in an apartment. I'm in Egypt now, so let's just give it a second. Yeah, so who's going to be waiting there when they search for these software videos? It's you. So for example, let me try to give you a proper example. So if you're an email marketing agency, right, and you make videos about MailChimp or Instantly AI, I'm not sure if I'm giving good examples right here, but you understand the concept. These people are going to be, so listen, look at me. I'm someone who wants to run a content agency, right? A YouTube, particularly content agency. I'm going to need vidIQ. So if someone is coaching people how to start YouTube agencies and they have videos about vidIQ, who's going to find them? Me. And I'm going to learn from them. I'm going to trust them. I'm going to get nurtured by them over time if they make good enough videos to rank for that search term, right? So let's go to some more so we don't spend too long. Another type of video is a lead magnet video. Basically steal my template, right? The reason this works is, one, because people like free stuff. And if you package it really well, how I made 80K from one sales page. Anyone interested in copywriting or has a sales funnel or whatever is going to click on this video. And that's why I did really well. KJ doesn't have a really big channel, but he has a good community though. But the point is, this video did 9 times better than his average video. Why? Because it's giving away a lead magnet. Now, this is also something you can tie back to the funnel. They can get from top of funnel directly to your email list or follow. So what KJ does is really nice. He says, DM me on IG if you want this, right? And obviously his IG is optimized. Why? Because he has results in his highlights and all that. And he doesn't even try to sell you. Just DM me on IG and I'll send it to you, right? So if you have ManyChat, that's really good. Or you can just run into an email list if you have an email copywriter that's going to help you, email marketer is going to help you with any emo sequence. And the last type of top of funnel videos you want to make are videos about industry news, right? For example, this is in a Facebook ad industry, right? The Facebook ad niche. Meta had an update. This guy made a video on it and capitalized on it. Guess who's going to watch this video? People who are interested in Meta. Now he's going to show up as a new person with new ideas and new insights, and they're going to trust him more. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to watch the rest of his videos. So second type of videos you want to make is the middle of funnel videos that shift beliefs, because that is all marketing is. If you can shift someone's beliefs, guess who they're gonna come to for answers? You. One of my guys is seeing, he gave this very good example when he was in boxing. When he was in boxing, his coach will be the one. Obviously, he's already his coach, but think of it like this: if someone is able to point out a problem that you're doing, right, and you can see, oh my God, this is actually a problem. So they're starting to shift your beliefs. Guess who you're gonna go to for the answers? You're gonna go back to them because they were the ones who shifted your beliefs. So it's a very good marketing technique. And the way you do this is by making videos about your methods. Now let me break this down. For example, you have this full guide. You're gonna talk about tons of things, talking about scripting, editing, this and that. Now you make single videos about your own methods and convince and shift these people's beliefs about why they work, right? So you're gonna make a video about your editing, the way you edit, the way you script, the way you do this. Basically, everything you do in your offer, you're gonna make videos about every single component, and just give these people the sauce, give them how to do it. And in the video, obviously, I'm gonna show you how to do it in the scripting part, but let's just get right into it. Also, your insights. These ones do really well because they're like raw, and it's just broad. I don't know how to categorize it, but they work really well. This is like an example. You will never make it in video editing. So this is like an educational type of video. You're not necessarily showing them how to do something, but you're trying to shift their beliefs. This guy sells how to run a content agency, right? So he's trying to shift your beliefs. You're never going to make it with video editing, right? So anyone who's a video editor that wants to make it is like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Another type of video you can make is middle funnel, to just show people your life and what's going on in your life. So this is like vlogs. This is not like, you don't want to do this unless you got to a certain level. Like you actually do something interesting with your life. Let's say you go to Dubai for a week and you're someone who makes, I don't know, 20K a month. It's like harsh reality of getting rich young or something in Dubai. It's like, it works really well. And last thing, it works really well if you're selling to kids. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if you're selling make money online offers, this works really well, right? Then the last type of videos, for proof and sales assets type of videos, there are only really two types: case studies and client interviews. So the difference between these two is case studies. You had a crazy result with a client or with yourself, and you're just going to go over the video in a similar thing like this and say, here's how I did this for this guy, or here's how this guy did this. So it's only you. The second type is the client interviews. Now, these are obviously better because they can actually see the person, they can see the person talk, and the person can share their own personal experiences. But these two are really good, right? So basically, a client interview, you hop on a Zoom call. I did this with a couple of my students because I have a separate offer. And you just hop on a call, prepare some questions. If you want like a question document, what to ask in these client interviews, just DM me client interview on IG. I'll send it to you, right? Look at me moving like KJ, right? So these are really good because anyone who watches this, right? And okay, let's say Robert, let me just give you an example. One of my students is a thumbnailer. He's 17, right? If I make a video how this 17-year-old thumbnailer who had no client results before was able to land a so-and-so retainer, right? Which is true, which is what the guy did. And I post that video on YouTube, or I post it to, I send it to my followers or my community. People see it. Anyone who's 17 or under 17 or around that age who had no previous results before, they're going to watch this video, and all their limiting beliefs about me and my offer is going to be removed because this guy who's exactly like me was able to make it with me, right? Now, when you make these videos, all you want to do, you don't want to do anything too crazy. The only CTAs you want to have is watch this other video if you're stuck with this. And if you want my one-to-one help, book a call with me. That's it. You don't want any other thing. And you're going to see people booking calls with you because people don't want to do the work, right? People want people to help them, but they're only going to pick the right person. No one's just going to give money to anyone. They're going to make sure that you are the right guy, and then they're going to pay you, right? So let's get into every single aspect to this making the perfect YouTube video, right? If you don't know, these are all the steps it takes to make a perfect YouTube video. You need to do the ideation and the research, the packaging of the video, the scripting, the filming, the editing, the posting and analyzing. A lot of people think that YouTube, all you need is to have an idea and just edit the video, right? They don't think about the packaging. They don't think about scripting the video. They don't think about all the other stuff. And I want to let you know that in terms of YouTube, the most low leverage thing in YouTube, all this is editing. Editing is the thing that matters the least, because you can have a good video, and a good idea. You package it well, you script it well, you film it well, and if you don't edit it, it's still gonna do well. But if you don't have a good idea, you don't do research on what you're talking about, you don't package the video well, and you just film and edit it, and no matter how good your edits are, no one is going to watch your video because there's no idea, there's no concept. The packaging is off, right? It doesn't attract who you want it to attract, and you don't script it well. People are just going to click off. So I want you to understand this is another limiting belief. So the first thing and the most important thing when it comes to making a YouTube video is the ideation and research, right? And this is just what kind of video ideas work well, right? So let me show you this little diagram. It's called, I don't know what it's called really, but it's a diagram. I'm going to explain it. So when you're marketing in general, right, there's a couple people you can talk to. There's a total addressable market, there's the service available market, and the service attainable market. Now this little circle are the people who are like proper ICP, right? Now this big circle, the goal here, this big circle is just anyone who could be interested in your offer. The goal here is to make videos that these people can watch and also these people can watch. You don't want to only make videos that these people can watch and only a specific video can watch. It's good, but you're not going to get as much reach as possible. You want to make videos that these people can watch, and they're going to get nurtured over time until they become service attainable. And also those videos are going to speak to your service attainable market. I don't know the best way to explain this. It's like, you don't want to turn everyone else away just because they're not ready, right? Some people are going to be in your funnel and they're not going to be ready yet, but 2 months down the line, you want to keep them watching by making videos that are total addressable market. I'm going to explain this, right? Basically, you want to capture all the people as possible, but also still be able to talk to your ICP, right? Now, I'm going to give you the video ideas, how to get video ideas, right? So number one is by using your service. So for example, this is my service. I help people book calls through YouTube, through a YouTube garden, right? And this is all that comes into it: ideation and research, packaging, scripting, filming, editing, posting, analyzing. So if you write out all the things that are needed in your service, all the steps that your people have to go through to succeed in your service, and then you just make videos about every single one of them. So now this is a video idea, so I'm literally gonna make a video from all this. Literally after this video, make a video on ideation, make a video on how to research YouTube videos, make a video on how to package YouTube videos, how to get the best titles, how to get the best thumbnails, how to script YouTube videos, how to film YouTube videos, how to edit YouTube videos, when to post YouTube videos, how to analyze your data on YouTube. These are all videos you can make, all just from listing out what your delivery process is, right? And quick little plug here. If you want me to help you out with everything A to Z and help you book calls through YouTube and also rank for whatever that search term is, remember when I said we're going to camp out where these people are going to come? If you want me to help you do that, and you only need to put in like 30 minutes a week to film, we're going to post 4 videos a month. Let me know. Just DM me on IG. Really, like, I don't really like sales calls, but if you want to book a call, there's also going to be a link. But if you want to be a chill guy like me, DM me on IG, man. Let's get back into the video, right? So this is a perfect way to get video ideas for your YouTube, right? Just figure out what your offer is. What are the steps that people need to go through to fulfill on your offer? And talk about your clients, and then just make videos on every single thing, right? Another thing is idea arbitrage, right? So let me explain what this is to you. You know, on social media, right, the gurus on Instagram, right, people tell you to just copy from the biggest guys in your niche, this and that. Now, you don't want to do that with YouTube, because the way YouTube works, if you are in the same niche with somebody and you copy from them, people are going to recognize that guy. People are going to recognize that because they've already seen that guy, and they're going to go watch his video. That's basically how it works, because YouTube is a capitalizing game. Like, you can't, people at the top are the ones who are going to keep eating. That's what I'm saying, basically, right? So you can't copy from people in your niche, but what you can do is idea arbitrage, and this is how this works. So this was the original video, right? This guy, okay, and it's funny because I know the agency that he works with that helps him with YouTube. So he made a video: I stole Supreme's marketing tactic and made 100K with my clothing brand, right? Super good video idea, crazy video idea, right? And obviously it performed 13x outliers, right? And it's currently getting 16 views per hour, which, I don't know math, but like in a day, 16 times 24, that's over 200 views, right? So it's doing really well. And this is it's posted 7 months ago. Now, what is the idea here? You stole something from a big person in the industry and you used it to make money. That is from a different niche from this guy. This guy is in a consulting niche, right? Now, what is that idea? You saw that idea, the idea that is doing really well. This is an outlier score. It's an extension you can have. It's from vidIQ, right? So he stole that idea. He took that idea and applied it to his niche. So Who is the big person in the consulting business, online business niche? It's Hormozy, right? So he said, I copied Hormozy's marketing strategy, sales funnel, and it made me, obviously this cut off. That was really dumb of me. I should have got the full thing. But the point is, he stole this from another niche that is doing really well, and he brought it to this niche. That is something that this niche hadn't seen before. This consulting niche. So his people who are his ICP, they haven't seen this packaging before. And you even look at a thumbnail, the same thing: copy, paste, copy Alex Hormozy, copy Supreme, paste, print money, paste, print money with your clothing brand, right? So this is what you need to do. And that's one thing with this YouTube thing. You need to be online, right? If you want to succeed with YouTube, you need to be online. You need to be always seeing what's going on in the industry, what's going on in other industries, right? So this is a good way to do it. Now, that doesn't mean you want to go copy gaming channels, right? You don't want to copy niches that are totally far. You want to copy niches that are close, because this is still a make money online offer, by the way. This guy, he teaches people how to make money online with a clothing brand. So it's kind of similar, but it's not too far apart. Now, I do know one guy that succeeded with copying basketball channel, right? I'm going to show, I think I have that example. I'm going to show you, but you don't want to do that all the time. That was a risk he took and it succeeded, right? So this is a good way to find video ideas, finding what other people are doing in other niches or niches close to you and bringing them to your niche. Now, another thing you can do is to have a swipe file. So every time when you're on YouTube, preferably browser, because this extension shows up on browser, anytime you see a cool idea, you put it in a swipe file. So the best ways to do this is to have, like, I use Notion a lot. So I have like a dashboard where I store these ideas. If you want that template, you can also message me as well, for free, by the way. Or you can just save these videos, add them to a playlist. That's the second best way to do it if you don't want to use Notion, right? So store good ideas. Anytime you see a good idea, a good title, store it and use it for your next thing. And then the last one, the most important one, is studying your own offer. What are the frequently asked questions you get in the DMs, on sales calls? What are the questions people are always asking you, right? You don't just want to do any question. You want to like actually, so you can use like Fathom. Like Fathom is the best. You can get Fathom to copy the transcripts of all your calls, slap it into an AI, ChatGPT, Claude, whatever, and ask them, what are the most objections you get? What are the frequently asked questions you get? What are the questions you get in your DMs, right? So this, you probably need to speak to your setter for this, right? And then analyze that and make videos about that. Now, whenever you get those questions in the qualification process or whatever, you can literally just send them that video. It's so powerful. Now you know exactly what videos to create. What about a title and thumbnail? Because with YouTube, it's not like short form, oh, I have this hook and I have this, people are going to watch my video. People are going to watch your video because they're scrolling, right? But with YouTube, no one watches your video by mistake. Everyone is intentional with their clicks. So your packaging is really important, because you could have the best video in the world, but if your title and thumbnail is trash, you're just not gonna get any views, man, right? So for B2B type of videos where you have an offer or an agency, as I said before, there are only 3 types of title categories. Obviously, there might be rare ones, special ones, that's different, right? Number 1 is the step-by-step type of videos. So it's like how to do this, step by step to do this. So these ones are really simple, and you want to keep it as simple and as clear as possible, because ideally you want to rank for these search terms, right? I would have gone into my YouTube and shown you something, but okay, let's do this, right? I made this this document for someone else, so let's see. Problem with rare type of videos. They've realized that degree is not enough. They're starting to panic. By the way, these guys sell these guys won the school games, actually, right? We're close to working together. So they realize the degree is not enough. They're starting to panic. They know they need to do more, but they don't know what kind of they have shiny object syndrome. They don't know what to do, whether AI or Web3, cyber. Obviously, these guys, the guys that I'm talking about, they teach you how to get into DevOps, right? You're going to show them the secret. This is an example video I did. The secrets of breaking into tech in 2025, no experience needed. And obviously in this video, you're going to sell your own unique mechanism, which is DevOps, right? So let me show you what people are ranking for in this kind of thing, right? So this is really good. I also know the person who works for this lady, so that's really good. The point is, this lady now has been able to capture this search term. Remember what we said about search term? She's already been able to build that garden and camp out here where these people are going to be waiting. So if you see, that's 2 out of 3, bro, 3 out of 5. So she's basically owned this search term now. She owns the search term now. Now, if you want to beat her, you have to make a better YouTube video, right? Maybe a longer YouTube video, a more in-depth YouTube video. You just have to beat her to rank here. It's not a magic. It's not a secret trick. You just have to make better videos, right? So the point is, look at these titles. How I would break into tech in 90 days with a 0 budget. That's a really good title. It's really simple. with these type of titles, you want everything to be really simple and really clear. Don't try to be smart and pretty. Obviously, you can now have this bracket thing. We're going to explain this bracket thing. This bracket thing is the only thing you want to be smart and cheeky about, right? So it's like with zero budget. So this one you can change. With zero budget, no experience needed. This is another one. Best way to get into tech. Really simple. Best way to get into tech in 2025. How I will break into tech in 90 days and get hired. So I told you with this bracket thing, you can experiment. It's like you can put something cheeky that no one else is doing. Explained in 5 minutes. So you get what I'm saying? The actual thing should be really simple. The path to a 300K sales job, explained in 5 minutes. So with the bracket, you can put some sort of twist on it without any experience on average. But these titles should be really simple. Same with the thumbnails as well. Zero tech job, 90 days. Really simple. 2025. You don't want to overthink these. These are the simplest video you're ever going to make. So don't overcomplicate it, right? Then we're talking about videos that rank in the homepage, right? I want to show you a really, really good example. And I spoke to these guys. I don't know if this is bad to like leak who these are, but I spoke to these guys and they were telling me something about their channel. And they told me that a particular video on their channel did really well and it got them the most subscribers to their school community. And they told me it was this video, right? This game made me a Linux beast. And the reason this video works well is because they sell DevOps, by the way. And Linux is just something that addresses their total addressable market, right? Anyone who's interested in tech is going to know Linux, right? So this video is going to attract everyone who wants to get better in Linux, which is everyone who's in tech, whether you're in AI, cyber, whatever. You're going to be interested in that, right? And now it attracts a ton of people who want to get better at Linux. And then obviously, the fact that it's a game made it it's something new. People haven't seen that. So if you want to take this idea now and use it in your niche, that will be a good way to do video idea arbitrage, right? And he told me that this one got them the most signups, and it's not even a video about DevOps, right? Because they were able to address the total addressable market, and in the video, they speak to their service obtainable market. For the homepage, you want to make videos that are clickable. You want to not clickbait, but you want to make it clickable. This DM script, maybe 20K a month, steal it. Anyone interested in DMs is going to steal it. It's going to take that going to want to watch that video. I copied Hormozi's close rate and method and doubled my closures. It's actually a video I made for one of my clients. Copied this and it did really well. Literally like the best video on his page right now. So this idea arbitraging thing, it works while your YouTube videos aren't booking sales calls, right? So this one is really, you want to get their pain point, you want to get their attention. It shouldn't be as simple as this. It also shouldn't be super crazy. You just want to go directly for the pain points. And then client interviews, these are the simplest ones really. How this guy went from this pain points to where he wants to be in said frame time. How I did this in said frame time with only 300 subs. Like, you can do this for any niche, like how I got 30 signups from my email. You can do this with any niche, right? So no need to overcomplicate this. And then the scripting of the video. How do you actually script these videos? Because now you have the title, you have the packaging. How do you make sure that when people click on the video, they don't click off because you're saying something that's not relevant, right? So one thing about scripting, you don't want to script everything word for word. You don't want to do that. It's going to make it hard for you to film the video. You're going to spend hours literally trying to film. The main thing you want to film is the hook. The body, you just need to outline it. And the outro, I'm going to go into that, right? So for the hook, the first thing you want to do is confirm the click. There are different ways to confirm the click. You can ask a question, right? So for example, it's like, have you ever wondered what it takes to build a YouTube channel, right? For a story, it's like, for 2 months, I've been trying to build the perfect YouTube channel and this didn't work. And I tried this and this and this. Or you can show a study. In 2019, Google did a study that this and this works, and this is why you should do it, right? Or you can show proof. After building 250 YouTube channels, this is exactly what I've been able to show you. Or you can make a promise, like in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need. So I think that's what most people use. So there are different ways to confirm the click, but all that doesn't matter if you don't do these 3 things, right? You need to understand when scripting the hook, keep it need to know. You don't need too much fluff. Cut out all the fluff, cut out all the things that are not necessary. Only tell the people what they need to know, right? And then make sure you tell them what's in it for them if they watch this video to the end. If you watch this video to the end, you're going to know this, this, and this. That is really important as well. And then you need to understand that when making your hook, every line matters. You need to treat it as a ladder. The first line should get people to watch the second line. This is just copywriting, general copywriting technique, but it's like, every line matters. You're trying to get them to a point where they're convinced that this video is what they need right now. So you treat it as a ladder. The first line gets them to listen to the second line, and like that. And when you have the hook, you just need to outline your body. You don't need to spend too much time on this, because just don't spend too much time on this. Just make sure you outline the points that you want to talk about in this video, and then make script out transitions to those points. For example, a good transition is what I used here. I said, okay, now that you have the video ideas, how are you going to package these videos? Because if no, I said, now that you have the title ideas, how are you going to make sure that people actually, when they actually click on your thumbnail, they don't just click off, because that's the one thing YouTube hates. So how you make sure you do that is by doing this. So I've taken you from here without making it too cutty. I just said, it's a nice little transition, man. So you want to make transitions for every single point you outlined. And then in the script, you want to lace your what's it called? Your credibility. You want to lace your credibility, lace your objection handlings, like meaning in between the scripts. This is something you should just have in the back of your mind. You should know that when you reach a certain point, you have a question about, oh, what about this? Then you just handle the objection in the script, right? As I said, you want to cut out all the fluff, and you also want to have a mid-roll CTA. You want to tell people, like, I think I already did that. You want to tell people in the middle of the video, because not everyone is going to watch to the end, right? Start the middle of the video what your offer is, and if you want help, this is just going to be really quick, no long talk. And mostly you want to show and not tell. You don't just want to be yapping. You want to show examples. You want to tell stories. You want to use analogies. Don't just be yapping, right? And then, as I said, you want to handle the objections, but don't do this too much where it becomes obvious, right? Everything is about being subtle. Do this to a point where it's like they can see that, okay, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. And anytime they have that question subliminally, you should know, because you're framing this, you're taking them with your words to a point where they're going to have that objection, and then you're going to remove it, right? So that's what you should know. And from the outro, it's really simple. You just want to add another transition. So for the transition, it's really, really simple. You just want to give them a transition from the video is done to the body. You don't just want to say something dumb. Just say something as simple like, now that you know everything you need to know about building a YouTube funnel, then you want to give them a transition, whether you want to take them to your book a call, or you want to get them to watch another video, right? So ideally, depending on the type of the video, the type of video it is, if it is a top of funnel video, like if it is a top of funnel video, except it's a full course, you want to get them to watch another video. So if it's a software video, you want to get them to maybe watch a full course. If it's a lead magnet video, you want to get them to obviously opt in for the lead magnet. You can do that in the middle of the video, but you want to get them to watch your full course, right? So you're going to say, now that you know, if you made the video about scripting, for example, you're going to say, now that you know exactly how to scripting is just one part of the video. You need to actually know how to edit these videos and how to film these videos so your points come up clearly. So watch this video right here. That is a good way to keep them on, because with YouTube, you want to keep them on. You want them to keep watching your videos. You don't want them to watch one video and see it's valuable. No, you want them to keep watching, right? And the next one is filming. How to actually film YouTube videos. Now you just want a simple setup. As I said, an iPhone is good. Literally, I just have an iPhone. I'm in my parlor, living room, whatever you want to call it. iPhone, laptop, one light, which is not expensive at all, right? So ideally, you want to turn off all the lights in the room and just have your light. You don't want the ceiling lights or this brown light to interfere. And then your audio, right? Just a nice little microphone. That's all you need. Literally all you need. If you don't have a nice background, just film to the wall, right? You can never go wrong with a wall. You can never go wrong with a wall, right? And your energy, don't fake it. This is just don't fake it. I'm a chill guy. This is how I speak in real life. Like, this is the energy I speak with in real life. Also, I have different accents if you know me in real life. Now, if you don't have energy, you're someone who's not energized, all you can do is do some push-ups before you start filming. This is gonna get blood flowing, and you are gonna come back, because it's gonna rise your blood, and then you're gonna slowly come down to where you actually should be, because you were here before where you're low energy. Then you're gonna get that adrenaline pump and come here and slowly calm down to where you actually should be, which is, you don't want to be Mr. Beast. You want to be calm. You want to be chill, and just don't fake it. Be a chill guy, and it's gonna work, right? And second to the last thing is editing. Now with editing, I promise you, this is the lowest leverage thing. You don't want to waste time on editing. Your edits should be clean. That's it. If you want to do some animations, do that in the intro, like some explainer animation, some B-roll, this and that. Do that in the intro, because in the intro you want to get as much attention as possible. That's the hook of the video, right? And then, oh my God, and then for the body, all you're gonna need is presentation and talking head. So right now I have a camera recording my talking head, and then I have a screen recorder recording my screen. So I have a screen recorder that I paid for, not Loom, by the way. This is not Loom. But you can use OBS. OBS is best. It's free. Talking head, just have your camera. There's nothing really crazy about that. Yeah, so you wanna switch between the presentation and the talking head sometimes, just to keep the viewer engaged. Sometimes you want to do some light zooms. Don't overdo it. Tell your editors to not overdo it, right? And then you have your video. So what's left is just posting and analyzing. Now I'm going to show you the best, most important things for you to go through in your analytics, right? Because a lot of people get lost in the analytics, right? So the first most important thing is click-through rate. This is the amount of people that see your video and click through it. So this is a video we made for one of my clients. It has a 13.2 click-through rate, right? So impressions is how many people see your video. Click-through rate is how many people actually click, right? So from these impressions, we were able to get these amount of views. The thing about this is the KPI, you should have your own KPIs. Don't follow anyone else's KPIs. Have your channel average and then judge your videos according to your channel average, right? So, but for the standard, 4 or 5% is good. 3, 4, 5%. Anything lower than that is bad. You should probably change the thumbnail after some time. Watch time is really good. And one thing that's really good is watch time from impressions. So watch time from people who actually click the video, right? Not people who maybe they got sent a link or something, right? So this video was like 8 minutes long, and we were getting 3 minutes and 34 average view duration from watch time. This is a new channel, actually. You can see the analytics. This is a new channel. And most of the viewers are new viewers. So if you have new viewers clicking your videos and they're watching for this long, you know you're doing something right. You also want to see the watch behavior, because this will show you if you actually have a good channel, because obviously you want to be getting new viewers, but the one thing you want to optimize for is the regular viewers. So regular viewers actually mean people who've been watching you for I think it's 2 months or more. So that's why this is low, because it's a new channel, as I said, right? But this is what you want. You want regular viewers to be really high. You want it to be 30% ideally, because this means you have people who keep coming back to watch you, and that is your real community. You also want to pay attention to the traffic source. Where is this video coming from? So if you make a video like a full guide and you wanted to rank for search, this is a full guide we made for one of our clients, and we had it ranking 20% of videos came from search. In fact, this other one was him boosting the videos artificially by sending it to people, which is not bad, but you also want to always let YouTube do its thing. And the majority of the views were coming from YouTube search, which was our goal. So we know this video was successful, right? And look at the search terms that it was ranking for. So this guy we were trying to rank for online fitness coach, and you can see online fitness coaching business, fitness coach, how to start online fitness coaching, business coach. These are the terms we wanted to rank for, and these are the terms we got people searching us for, right? And another stat you want to use to know whether your video is doing good, or to know whether any video is doing good, is just to use the outlier score. This is from vidIQ, as I said. Once you see this outlier score, it means this video is performing 19 times better than the average video on the channel, right? Now, the one stat you don't want to look at is this stat, the performance 1 out of 10. That is the worst stat to look at, especially if you want to be a Mr. Beast and you want YouTube to pay you, and that's a good stat to look at. But if you want to get clients, if you want to get clients from YouTube, the only stats you should be looking at in general, like the only overall stat that you can take one and judge whether this video is good, is how many people actually, let's just say booking calls. How many people book calls from this video? That's the only judge of what a good video is. How many views for calls booked? The video that has 20 views and books 5 calls is better than a video that has 20K views and didn't book any call. All right, so that's the only stat you should be looking at, and you can track those with AI on the back end, right? Now let's get right into the action steps. I want you to write out all the steps you need that people need to take if they're working with you and they want to be successful working with you, right? So for me, with this YouTube thing that I'm trying to do, you're gonna do research on them and their channel, who they want to be. We're gonna do the ideation, the packaging, the scripting, the filming, the editing, posting, and analyzing. So I'm gonna write all these down, right? Now you should probably have like 5 to 10 video ideas alone from that, right? Now, I want you to make a full guide. So this guide this guide needs to be really comprehensive. It can be 30 hours long, 1 hour long. Just look for what is in your niche, right? And find out what people are not doing. If people are not making 30-hour long guides, make 30-hour long guides. If people are not making hour-long guides, make an hour-long guide. That's what you want to do. Sorry. That's what you want to do, right? And make that full guide covering all of these things, which is exactly what I'm doing now, right? And you don't want, if you already have an existing audience, let's say on Instagram and TikTok, you don't want to push it to them immediately, right? You can always do that later, but let YouTube do its thing, because I'm thinking this is the first video on your channel, right? Let YouTube do its thing. YouTube knows what it wants. YouTube is one of the only platforms that pays you to make videos, so they want you to be successful. Let them do their thing. Let them push it to who they think your ideal audience is, right? Obviously, if you optimize the SEO and the title and everything, YouTube is gonna know, right? So let it do its thing for a week, couple days. Let it do its thing, and then you can boost it with your audience if you already have an audience, right? And then just make 3 to 5 videos. This is like a 2 to 3 month game plan. Make 3 to 5 videos on your idea, on your steps to success. Make 3 to 5 individual videos, breaking them down. on YouTube, right? Because YouTube now has done its thing, and you already have people rankings. You already have people coming to you, new people from searching from that particular solution. Now they're watching you. They're gonna see these videos again that go in depth into one particular topic. They're gonna watch, and then we want to make 1 to 2 software tutorials, right? So for me, let me not use me as an example, right? Let me use, if you're an email marketer, you want to use, if you're an email marketing agency, you want to make a video about like MailChimp, right? If you coach coaches, you want to make a video about GHL, right? Something like that, right? Make 1 to 2 software videos. That's also going to get you new people coming in. And then obviously, once you have this, you're going to have like 7 to 8 videos. And then I forgot to add, you want to make case studies. So if you have results, client results, make videos about your case studies. Make 1 to 2 case studies as well, depending on how much case studies you have. You want to make these as much as possible, but that shouldn't be your entire channel, right? Don't make a case study unless it's really good. Don't try to milk case studies, right? If your case study is not really good, just leave it, let it cook, and get the results bigger. Then you can make a bigger case study. I hope you understood what I said. Make 1 to 2 case studies. And when you have this, also make sure you set up your landing page and your Calendly. If your goal is to book calls, which should be your goal, book calls, and make sure you have people CTAing to your IG, right? This is all you need. If you do this, I promise you, you are going to book calls. You are going to book calls for your agency, right? And they're going to be qualified. They're going to be nurtured because why? They've already fallen in love with you. Now, again, if you want me to help you do this, just DM me on IG. I'm going to help you with everything. Or in fact, I think this is really better. If you want me to audit your YouTube channel, you're doing something already, you don't know what you're doing, you need help, you want me to help you audit your YouTube channel, it has to be a business channel, obviously, then just DM me on IG. I'll be happy to do that. I'm not going to pitch you without your permission. I'm not going to pitch you. Really, I even hate sales calls, right? So we're just going to catch up and run through your channel and see what's working or not. Just DM me, say, what's up, bro? I saw your video. Let me do an audit. I'm a chill guy. We're going to do it, get a time. And this has been a really fun video to make. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, whatever, the usual Mr. Beast type of thing. And then stick around because I'm going to make videos on all these individual topics soon. So if you're struggling with YouTube, stick around, subscribe, and see you in the next one.